Welcome to One Topic, where we stick to one topic. My name is Autumn Fisher, and my name is Greg Ross. That's not a good noise. It's going to be a short episode. Just warning anyone who's listening right now. I look at my text messages, and Autumn says, "Can I leave by 11:30?" It's currently 11:04, and she's not here. I mean, she's connected, but clearly not paying any attention. With that in mind, buckle up for a short but sweet, no lasting 90 minutes or longer this time around. The average is like 6 minutes anyway. 5 to 7 minutes. That's the average. Oh my God. There it is. The mongrel. You can hear her phone ringing. You can hear the vibration. That's me calling.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 4044.
Oh. Hello?
Hello.
Hi. I was doing the laundry.
I just called. I could hear your phone ringing, and then I was playing the voicemail message into the microphone, and then it started saying your phone number, so I had to hang up pretty quickly.
Cool. Sorry about that.
So who's Aaron?
Hoff and Pepper.
Oh.
Yeah.
Not good.
Why? No, it's fine. Nothing is happening. It's all good. It's just about exclusivity.
No, you did a teeth clenching emoji.
Oh, because I felt bad. Oh, right. Because I felt bad that I had to leave by 11:30.
Well, I apologize to the audience.
Well, you took us later.
No, don't blame me.
You should apologize to the audience.
Don't blame me.
All right, let's get started.
All right. Well, I've already done the intro. I've already complained about your dog barking.
Did he bark?
I already gave everyone the heads up that you were ditching, and it was going to be a short
No,
episode.
I'm not ditching.
What is do you think you'll get a raise with this call?
No, it's not that. It's just talking about something that we need to talk about with exclusivity.
What does that mean? You can't work for other hot sauce companies?
No. It's just other people are on like a third-party distribution site. They offer exclusivity, and some people try and get it, but we can't give that to them. So we're talking about that.
Oh, this is all going over my head.
Yeah, it's fine. It's nothing. That's why it's nothing bad. You know why it's nothing bad? Because I rule at this job.
So you can buy the hot sauce in various outlets for different prices.
Well, the store sets the price. We have a suggested retail price, and then you can get it at large retails for a very similar amount across the board. But it just depends on the store how much they might charge for it.
But if you buy directly, that's better. You get a better rate.
Yeah.
So you should always go directly to the website. I know it in the store you can get it in the moment, but
yeah, and there's more variety online too. You can get all kinds of stuff because a store might only stock like the regular and the barbecue or the ketchup. Like I think Walmart carries the ketchup.
I don't know why I find that to be very fitting. Of course, Walmart carries the ketchup.
Yeah, it's a spicy ketchup. It's really good, but
the most basic of the condiments.
Yeah.
For the most basic of the shoppers, Walmart.
Totally.
All right. Well, I'm going to see if you can buy Hoff and Pepper on eBay.
Ooh, I wonder if you can. That's funny if you can.
Yeah, for whatever reason, it seems like you can.
On eBay?
Oh, no, you can't. It's somebody. Oh, no, you can.
What a roller coaster ride.
Well, because I was looking at the picture of the bottle, and it doesn't say Hoff and Pepper anywhere on there. If it does, it's in very small letters. And I thought it was Hoff and Pepper. Then I saw the picture, and I thought that it was somebody ripping off Hoff and Pepper. But then I looked at the description, and it says it is Hoff and Pepper.
Oh, is it the Goon Squad?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's some like YouTube people. I'm not sure who they are.
You know your product. But yes, it was the Goon Squad. So
Yeah, because I don't think we sell one of them anymore.
So people are trying, benefits charity.
Well, not anymore if you're buying it from eBay.
Well, this is what it says. So they're fooling people. I was looking for a knee defender earlier
What's
on
that?
eBay. It was this device that you could put on the tray table on the seat in front of you on a plane and keep them from reclining.
Oh,
And it came out in like 2003 or somewhere
okay.
around there. And they have since stopped producing it. All the major airlines apparently banned it, but who cares? It's not legal. Like the FAA didn't ban it. So I don't know why they would have gone out of production just because United said we don't allow this thing. I would have bought a set of these things, but they're nowhere to be found. And I thought maybe somebody on eBay's got a pair of the knee defenders.
Okay.
Nothing. I can't find these things
Nothing.
anywhere.
Man, they were scrubbed.
It would be amazing to go on and clip those in, and then the person in front of me tries to lean back, and then they can't. Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
Does it bother you that much when they? I mean, I don't like it either, but it's just like kind of. It's almost like living in an apartment and hearing your neighbor. But I guess you flip out about that too. So I don't know. It just all feels like part of the game that you're playing.
What, the complaining about hearing from my neighbor?
Oh no, not the game. I'm sorry, that's not the game. What I mean is like you're on a flight. If you're unlucky, then the person in front of you is going to lean their seat back all the way. Or if you live in an apartment, you're going to hear your neighbor. Like those are things that are just part of the deal. And so I was saying like it really bothers you that much. And then I remembered like, oh yeah, you also really hate your neighbor making all that noise. I mean, their noise is kind of ridiculous, with like the sanding of the floors or whatever. And then the
table
screaming
saw
sex.
at 2 a.m. The table saw at 2 a.m. and then fake porn sex
Yeah.
at 3 a.m. It's not unreasonable to be annoyed about that.
No, it's not.
When I hear his dumb music pop up, his dishwalla at 2 p.m., I say, oh, whatever. This is part of the deal. I don't complain about that one. But the seat,
Dishwalla.
you don't know
I haven't thought about
dishwalla.
dishwalla in a long time.
I don't know if there's much to think about when it comes to dishwalla.
Well, I think there's just one song to think about.
What is it?
I don't
Counting
remember.
blue cars?
It's a great song.
I mean, I didn't say it wasn't. I was just referencing a song.
Yeah.
Boy.
We count only blue cars. Oh, that's a good song. Many questions, like children often do.
So yeah, when the dude downstairs is telling me all his thoughts on God, if it's the afternoon, I'll deal with the thoughts on God. If it's the middle of the night, it's like, come on, shut the fuck up. And if I'm on a plane and somebody reclines, I don't get pissy about it. It is part of the deal, but I also think it's my right to try to block it somehow.
I guess it's your right, but also like
It's
you have a right to because it's not illegal, but maybe don't do it.
I know this has been debated to death, and it's a very popular online topic. That and some family gets separated on a plane and asks a person to trade seats, and it's not a direct trade. It's I have an aisle seat, and then a family came back. Mom came back from 15 rows behind me and had a middle seat and said, "I want to sit next to my husband and daughter. Will you trade seats with me?" And you're like, "Fuck no, I'm not going to go 15 rows back and sit in the middle when I've got this aisle seat." And then the person gets all angry.
If you have a crappier seat to give up, then that's good, right? Like if you have a middle seat to give up to somebody, or if you can like, I'll take your middle seat and you can have my aisle seat in this other row so that I can sit with my family. I mean, that's the best scenario. That's what you have to do, right? Is like if you're strategically booking a flight and the seats aren't together, then you have to pick a decent seat if you were traveling alone so that when you get there and you have something to trade with somebody else that's, better than what they have.
Of course, that should be the general rule. And it blows
Yeah.
my mind that there are people so entitled to think that they deserve a seat next to their family. I know sometimes, the reason I hesitate, I know sometimes you book seats near each other and things can happen. Maybe you get separated, but it doesn't really happen that often. What I think is happening is these people are saving money booking the basic fares where you don't get to pick your seat. The seat
Well, that's
assignment
a
comes
huge
up.
mistake.
And then you get stuck with the seats you want, and then you think, "Oh well, this is fucked up. I need to sit with my family," and to have the complete lack of awareness that you're offering someone a shittier seat, and then you get pissy when they say no. Like you can always ask, I guess that's fair. You
If you
ask,
bring
and
it up and say, like, I'm so sorry, I know it's a middle seat. I'm just really trying to sit with my family. And if they say no, then you have to respect it.
yeah, when I say it's never actually happened to me, thank God. But when I look at that person after they've given me their pity case, and I say, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Turn around, walk to the back. You're done. Sometimes I think the child gets separated on their own, which does an airline really? I guess
I think that airline at that point, like a steward or whatever, should step in and say, "Hey, we have a kid flying alone. I need some volunteers to switch." Instead of it being on the passengers to like figure that shit out.
Well, I've read some accounts of people saying the person asking to trade seats, and then after the person says no, let's say it's just the parent and their kid, not a second parent. Then
Yeah.
they say something like, "You really want to watch my kid for this whole flight?"
Oh, yeah.
And then to that I say, "No, I'm not going to watch your kid this whole flight. Your kid will sit there, and if something happens, if it's a dire situation, I'll step in and help. But for the most part,
Of course, but up to them. That's up to the stewards or whatever the fuck. What do you call them?
yeah, you're really offensive. Flight attendants.
Flight attendant. Steward's fine.
No, it's not.
Steward's like an umbrella, right?
People treat flight attendants as if they're air waiters, which they're not. These people are
They're
not
in customer
there.
service, and part of that is if a kid is sitting alone, then they need to take care of that kid.
Their secondary duties are to serve you your Coca-Colas, your ginger ales, your tomato juice, whatever the hell it is you get on a flight. One of those beverages you don't normally drink unless you're on a plane. I feel like those two things are ginger ale and tomato juice. Which are pretty
Sprite.
disgusting. Yeah, I feel like a
Ginger
lot of
ale
people,
and tomato juice are for some reason you get above altitude and it's like, or you get into the right altitude and it's tomato juice time.
I want both of those things.
Yeah.
Going back to the seat reclining, the common answer is if a person in front of you reclines, you recline, and then the person behind you has to recline. But at some point, you get a person who's up against a bulkhead and they can't recline.
Yeah.
And that person gets screwed. I understand that it's a function of the seat. I do agree that as long as that is available, people have the right to recline. I blame this on the airlines, the shitty situation that it has created where you have absolutely no room. When I was flying back from Finland, a pretty long flight, direct flight, the guy, when he reclined, I swear to God, the screen was like 4 inches away from my face.
What airline were you on?
I was on Finnair.
Ooh, Finnair.
Yeah, it was a nicer airline.
Was it?
Yes, but they still shove everyone in. That's another misconception. I think a lot of people have this idea that if you get on a long haul flight, that you're going to get more leg room.
No.
No, it's just as bad.
You just have more. You just have a bigger plane with more seats.
Yeah, more people crammed in there.
It's so cool. Those huge airplanes with like the 4 seats in the middle, then the 2 on each side. That's crazy.
I mean, it's cool in theory, unless you're in one of those middle seats.
And the 2 in the middle.
And then there's that Airbus A380, which is the 2-story plane.
I've been on one of those. I went to Hawaii on one of those.
Boeing has the one.
I wanted to go up those stairs so bad. I really imagined that there was like a bar up there and there was like a piano player.
I think the Boeing, I don't know if it's 747, they've got the 2-story, but it's more just in the front part of the plane. And then the Airbus did the complete plane from front to back that's 2 stories. And just thinking about the number of people shoved onto that thing with little space. Flying back on that Airbus 2-story plane when I had food poisoning.
Right.
That's what changed my whole perception of the window seat. As a person who could hold my pee and didn't have a need to get up much and liked looking out the window, that was my go-to. The window seat was the seat that I picked. And when you have to go to the bathroom, you have diarrhea and you feel like you're going to shit your pants, and the people sitting next to you that you don't know just got their fucking meals and they're eating slowly, taking their time, and you can't get up and get out.
Yeah.
You change your tune. Window seat is now the claustrophobic second worst seat on the plane.
I would go see a flight attendant and say, like, listen, I'm having intestinal distress. I need some help being near I need like an aisle.
No, I'm eating my couscous right now. Even if they did get up, it's a thing where the person's going to express their displeasure in ways, but making noises and exaggerated.
Not always. I mean, don't be so pessimistic.
Exaggerated movements, taking the fork and throwing it into the food and gathering everything in their arms in a way that's precarious, even though they could find a more stable way to do it because they want to prove some point.
Oh yeah, like they're the black and white version of those commercials where they what is it? Where they I've never used I'm opening up the cabinets and everything falls on top of me.
Yes.
Infomercial. Yeah, an infomercial.
Yes. That's the reaction I think.
I've never gotten up out of a chair before. I don't know how to do my thing, and then there's a table, and
well, my food's here. And to be fair, once you get those in-flight meals, there is little room.
Yeah. Again, this is all the airline's fault for making it so teensy.
We need money. It's very expensive to run an airline. We need money.
Even though we know that if anything goes wrong, the government will bail us out. Always. Forever.
We need money.
That's the reaction. I need to get flying, though, speaking about this, because I haven't had a flight yet this year. And that Delta Silver tag came in the mail, which I would never put on a suitcase. How embarrassing is that shit? I've got status. It's silver. I'm going to let everyone know. I don't care if I had the platinum or the diamond or whatever the top tier is. I'm not going to put the tag on my suitcase because it doesn't fucking matter walking through the airport thinking that people are looking at the tag on your suitcase saying, ooh, I'm jealous of that person. They must live the lifestyle I dream of.
I feel like there are people that could just be really into travel and just be proud that they're a whatever member. Would you say silver?
Well, silver is a joke.
But still, I'm just saying, like, they could put that on and be like, yeah, I'm just into this. You know, it's not necessarily like a show. Like, look at me.
The whole thing's a show. Why do they send you a special tag to put on your suitcase?
Because maybe you're proud of it.
You shouldn't. You're proud that you spent a shitload of money to fly with one airline.
Yeah, because maybe they travel a lot. Dude, I just bought airline tickets from Delta, and I could have gotten a cheaper flight with American Airlines. I mean, the price... It was like, do you want to throw an extra $50 at Delta and know what you're going to get? Then yeah, I guess I did that. But I love flying Delta. Like the thought of flying American, like I was using Reddit. I was like, what's it like to fly on American? I'm sure it's not that different, but there's something about like, I'm just stuck on Delta.
That's exactly where they want you to be.
Yeah.
You were in their ecosystem at some point. I know you got rid of the credit card, but you had the credit card.
Well, I have the Amex card. I don't have the yearly... The annual fee one that's expensive and gets you into the lounge.
Then you get nothing. What's the point?
I get nothing. I get points, but that's it.
You're exactly where they want you. I'm in the same boat. I used to be all about finding the cheapest flight. And I would fly Southwest of all fucking things going to Atlanta.
Oh, Southwest now is kind of like decent compared to Frontier.
No, Southwest has been fine when you compare it to those low-cost carriers like Spirit or Frontier.
Spirit, yeah, those yellow-ass planes.
They've always been fine. I just don't like the boarding process, and I know they're changing that.
Oh, they are?
Yes.
What are they doing? You can purchase your seats?
Yeah, they're going to have actual seats that you can pick.
But you have to pay, I'm sure.
On some level, just like Delta charges you for a preferred seat that's in the front of coach, and it's nothing different than the seats in the middle of coach. But
they don't just charge you for that; they charge you for sitting in an aisle or a window.
That's what I mean. If you choose an aisle or window in the back of the plane, unless they changed this recently, those seats were available to pick for free. But an aisle or a window in coach closer to the front, they called it a preferred seat.
Yeah.
And
preferred. There's preferred, there's comfort plus, and then I think first.
Yeah, but the preferred.
Oh, and then the ones, like if you want to sit in the exit row, you have to pay extra.
The preferred was no different than any other coach seat. It was just, you're not near the back of the plane.
It's not, no, it's not just near the back of the plane. It's also, you can be sort of closer, but you'd have to sit on, I think like the first 4 rows in main cabin are preferred. And then after that, you've got the window of the aisle. And then after that, it's free. Unless you want to pick the middle seat in after those first 4 or whatever. Yeah,
it's all crap. That's the one thing Silver will get you. You can pick those preferred seats for free. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Delta. After I spent thousands of dollars to fly.
You know what's crazy too? I know that this makes sense in some ways, but I have to fly from Baltimore to Detroit, and then Detroit to Chattanooga.
Why are you doing that?
It's the only way. Because Detroit's a hub and Atlanta's a hub. And I could have chosen Atlanta, but the Detroit one was like a little cheaper. And I'm getting there at like the same time. Isn't that weird?
Would American have taken you direct?
No, it wouldn't have taken me direct. I'd have to go to like Charlottesville.
So there's no direct between Baltimore and Chattanooga?
I couldn't really find anything.
What about DC and Chattanooga?
Yeah, there might have been stuff like that, but then I'd have to drive all the way into DC. And it's a real pain in the ass. And I'm trying to go as early as I can.
That's fair. And even
wasn't that nuts? Detroit.
Even if there were a direct flight on a different airline and you chose Delta, I get that. When I flew to Finland last year, I booked on, well, it was KLM, but it's a Delta partner. I booked through the Delta site. So I got the Delta points and there was a layover.
Oh, right, yeah.
And I had access to the direct flight there. And I said, nope, I'm going to fly to Amsterdam. And it was like a 4-hour layover, but I don't give a shit. Oh,
that's kind of cool, though.
I wanted my fucking points.
Yeah,
so
points.
I made my life harder to get the dumb points. The flight home, I did decide to forego the points because I just wanted to get home. It's different when you're going there, but coming back, it's like, I don't want to deal with it.
Yeah, going there, it's kind of like spending money on vacation. It doesn't feel as real. You know, like, we're on vacation. You're like, fuck it.
Yeah, there's a level
of 4-hour layover. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, there's a level of excitement.
Yeah.
Last year, I thought about booking extra flights near the end of the year just to try to get to gold. I was relatively close. And then I took a step back and I thought, what the fuck? No. God,
yeah.
I'm smarter than this. You've ensnared me. And instead of being pissed about it,
you're like, let me participate.
I'm gnawing off my own leg.
Yeah.
I also thought about getting the Delta. What's the highest card? That's like $600 a year.
Oh God, would you do that?
I already have the Amex Platinum card that I pay $600, $700 a year for.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, just the regular Platinum card.
Whoa.
And then I thought, well, if I get this Delta card, they'll give me a bonus points, and that will get me to gold status. And is it worth paying the annual fee on this? Also, they're changing the rules about lounge access, where you can only go in on the Platinum card. Previously, if you're flying Delta, you could go in unlimited. And if you had the Delta Reserve card, this sounds like an ad. I swear to God, it's not. You could go in 15 times a year. And that's a lot of flying. But last year, I flew enough where I went into the lounge more times than that. And I thought, they're going to limit my lounge access. And then I had to really look at myself in the mirror and say, who have you become, you disgusting creature? The lounge access and fucking points and upgrades, and God damn it, I don't like who you are. You're a gross man. Well, I guess that's it. Short episode this week, huh? 11:30.
Yeah.
The meeting's right at 11:30. You don't want to be late.
Well, it's yeah, he's going to let me know.
No, he's so you haven't gotten the message yet.
I haven't gotten the message yet, but
so we have a few minutes. So
probably.
when do you? So you're flying down there?
Yeah, in March.
What are
So
you
I'm
going to get a
leaving. My
tour?
flight's at 6 a.m. and I'm getting to Detroit at 7:43, and then I have an hour layover there, and then I'll be in Chattanooga by 10:36.
Ooh, boy.
I tried to fly from BWI to Atlanta and then think about rent a car to drive 2 hours, and I was getting there at the same time. It was like around 10. So I was like, just
The only problem is if there's one delay in the winter, well, March will be better. But
yeah, it should
Detroit
be
and
fine.
snow, and I always get stressed about those things.
Should be
One
fine.
fuck up, especially if you try to book that efficient layover where it's like you got 45 minutes, like everything needs to go perfectly.
Yeah, I do worry about the timing when it comes to something like that, but I'm pretty sure my layovers are pretty short, or like pretty like decent. Like they're, what are they? Let's see. How do you do? Wait, I don't know how long. Oh, 7:25 to 9. Oh yeah, so I'm fine. I'll be fine.
What was
And
that?
I feel like, it's 2 hours on the way back. But then if you think about it, I'm through the Delta site and I booked through Delta. So if something happens, they could always say there's weird weather in Detroit and I could maybe get a new flight into Atlanta and just rent the car. You know,
So much work. How much would
Eh.
driving to Chattanooga take? How long would that take?
it's like 9+ hours.
Yeah.
It's long enough where you're like, fuck, I don't want to do that. And it takes so much time.
There's no train you can take? There's no Chattanooga choo-choo?
I looked for that too. Hello, the Chattanooga choo-choo. I thought for sure there'd be a train that goes there, and there isn't.
There's... yeah, that's bullshit. If you're gonna
I know.
base a lot of your city's identity on a choo-choo,
You cannot get there by choo-choo. I thought that too, because I was thinking like Wednesday night I could finish trivia, I could run to a train and just like sleep on the train all night and then get there in the morning. I thought that'd be pretty fucking cool and maybe not as expensive and more comfortable. But no, there's no choo-choo into cha-choo. No.
it's I guess these days, because I don't even really know what the choo-choo is. It's a historic train station
It's
and
just
hotel.
a museum.
Yeah, it was a major transportation hub in the early 1900s.
Yeah.
But every city has major transportation hubs. Well, Atlanta's Amtrak station's weird. It's just a little...
Chattanooga's small, so I think you'd have to go to some other like nearby thing. Like, I think you can get into Nashville
on the
by
train.
choo-choo.
That's a shame, because if you could have gotten the sleeper car,
I
what an
know.
experience.
I would have loved that. You know, there's a bus that you can take that's like it's called like Napper or something. It doesn't look like it's a bus that like goes. It looks like it's a charter type of bus, but it's all beds. And you can just like sleep.
It's like
you can all charter a bus and sleep and then get there in the morning.
Is it like a rock band's bus?
No, it's almost like Delta Comfort or like Delta One, like those international lay down flat type of beds. It looks like those, like little pods.
Is there a common area for playing cards and having drinks?
No, I don't think so. Not like a train. That'd be cool to have like a bus that's a little bit like a train.
Yeah, again, just like a tour bus where you're paying more money to ride on it, but in the back there's the sleeping area and the front.
How much would it be to charter a bus? Maybe that would be cheaper than flying. For just me in the bus by myself.
What
you
would
get a
those be
driver,
called? A tour
bill.
bus?
Oh, you have to request a quote.
Yeah, of course. The cost to charter a tour bus in New York can range from $100 to $250 per hour, depending on the type of bus, the length of the trip, other factors. So that could really add up if you're...
Yeah, because if it was 9+ hours, then it's going to be like, $1,000.
Oh, fuck. I got to mute Slack. Here comes all the news stories for today's Von Hessler Doctrine.
Yeah. I also got my Slack from Aaron.
Oh, it popped up. What did it say? I'm ready.
He says, you ready for the call?
All right. Well, go jump on the call.
Jump on it.
I was quickly. I was just thinking of those Emirates flights where they have the suites with the bed and the lounge chairs.
And you can take a shower.
And all these fools, somehow, these influencers have access to it.
Yeah.
What's the deal with that? They handing that out
I don't know.
so they can document it? Like, yeah, you can have this flight for free because you have 50,000 followers. Who cares?
Man, I know. I want to contact these people and be like, could you just give me one of those, please?
I work in the radio.
I know, just like for nothing. Just like, are you going to use it? Do you have anything? There should be like a celebrity leftovers something, where people get a bunch of stuff from their gifting suites and stuff.
Damn it.
And then they're not going to use them because they already have 4 of them. It's like, put it in this thing and then we can all have it.
So you're talking about contacting the person who has the access, not the airline.
Yeah, who has the access?
No, I was thinking you'd call Emirates and say, I do a radio show. I will talk about how cool it is if you give me access.
Oh, yeah.
How many people are banging on that bed?
None.
You know that's happening. If
you can't do that. It's only one person per bed.
No, those things are like queen size beds. You can invite someone in.
They're not queens.
You can. Well, they're fulls.
Yeah.
You can invite someone in. Like, come into my.
No, but I think the person wouldn't let you.
When the attendant.
Yeah. Why can't I get my flight attendant? Yeah.
You could sneak someone in. If you can sneak into the bathroom together, which is the dumbest thing in the world because there's 0 room and there's barely room for one person. I think you could sneak someone into your suite. Also, you paid that much. You can do what you want. Like, fuck you. I'm rich.
That's right.
I paid $80,000 for this flight.
Here's $400, peasant. This means nothing to me.
Yeah. Throw it into the toilet with the blue dye. It's like, dig it out. They don't use that anymore.
I left a tip for you. It's in the toilet.
Yeah, they don't use that.
Actual money.
The blue stuff's gone, isn't it?
Yeah, it's gone. It's just like an empty bowl now, and then it sucks it.
I know. I don't close the lid when I flush the toilet because I like to feel all the air and the space get sucked down.
Ew, that's open doo-doo air.
No, it's sucking down, not shooting up.
But still, you said you feel the air.
No, it's pulling it out of the space into the toilet.
And you can feel that?
Yeah, it's very powerful.
I don't like to look at it or think about it.
You don't like to watch your big dump that you think's not going to fit down?
I don't look at my
sheer force of
my doo-doo caca.
Pressure differentiation.
I close the lid and flush. Bye-bye.
You don't like to analyze?
You didn't exist. Nope. No, thank you.
Can't believe that came out of me.
No. Oh, no. I know people do that, and I think it's like evolutionarily wise, you're supposed to, or you. But I have to go.
I know you do. I thought I was going to die the other way quick. The other day, though.
Why?
I woke up in the morning and I'd taken a laxative the night before. I know this is happening quite often. I bring it up. It's like, why don't you go get this figured out? Why do you need laxatives constantly? But I don't know what was going on. I was sweating profusely and I had the chills. And this also ties into me waking up the other night. It's a little different, but I've been having these weird health things where I had terrible heartburn and I was short of breath. And I was thinking, this is the end. I could not envision the future. Like what I was feeling at the moment, there was an inability for me to think about later in the day, the next day, my life in a few years. So I was really convinced I was dying.
Oh, so you're having a panic attack.
I did think about that too, which I've never really had them, surprisingly.
Oh, I think maybe you have.
Well, maybe that was the first one, but I've never gone full blown panic where I thought I was going to die. All right, I know you have to go.
It's okay.
So get out of here. Go talk about your sauces.
Sauces.
Do you get a hotel?
No, I'm staying with them.
No, you should be treated. Your flight should be booked. You should be given a suite. At least a Homewood suite where there's a kitchen.
No, I'm going to stay with them.
All right.
It's good.
That's fine. That's nice.
Yeah, I love them.
There's plenty of people I love that I still would prefer to not stay with.
Sure. No, I understand.
All
That'll be good.
People got 36 minutes.
All right, that's not so bad. We'll give them more next time. If we remember.
Wrap it up.
All right, thanks everybody. Hey, bye.
Bye.